Dominic had some significant behavioral concerns. He was nonverbal, and then Dominic just this past year went back to district. We had a lot of interventions for Dominic. We had a behavior intervention plan. Lots of supports were put in place for him. We had him seeing his speech therapist, occupational therapist, physical therapist, so he had all of the related services that were necessary for his growth as well. So the goal of every parent, as well as ours, is to have the students go back to district. When he left to go back to district, Dominic was reading, he was spelling, he was verbal, he was able to answer questions, ask questions, and his social interaction with his peers, as well as his sister, was very much improved from when he started with us. The strength is all of the supports that we have available to the students, as well as the wonderful staff that not only educate them, but truly care for them and want to see them succeed. And they go above and beyond every single day. My name is Tara, and I am Spectrum 360.
Patrick has been with us since early intervention. When he first started with us, he had a one-to-one that used to help him with everything, all parts of his day.
Patrick first arrived, he was quite nonverbal. He needed a one-to-one aid to get him to stay on task. There were some behavioral issues.
And now, in 9th grade, he's about to go to the high school. He does not have a one-to-one anymore. He's independent with all his tasks in schools. So he's come a long way.
When I first met Patrick, I had my questions, my reservations on whether or not he would ever be able to achieve that goal. Now I feel more confident that he will be able to someday perhaps even live independently.
In the front of the school, there was a boy saying the Pledge of Allegiance. And I remember getting teary-eyed going, oh, I just wish someday that could be my son.
Academy 360 has been essential, and I think that the structure and their program has really helped him to get to where he needs to be.
Not one child is the same. Every child is different.
When I see progress in Patrick or any of my students, it really gives me a sense of satisfaction, that I know that we did the right thing.
To see a child that came into your class and didn't have any of these skills, and they're leaving now with tons of skills that they didn't start with.
And he did say the Pledge of Allegiance. So, of course, that was very touching to me, because I really thought that day was never going to come, and it did come.
My name is Tara, and I am Spectrum 360.
So Sean is pretty much completely nonverbal. He makes a couple of vocalizations more in a stereotypy. They don't really have any meaning or context behind them. Through his nonverbal communication, his body language, his eye contact, his laughter, Sean's a really happy student. This school year he started on an iPad, and now he's able to ask for what he wants using his iPad. Just because a person doesn't talk doesn't mean they don't have anything to say, or they don't have anything that they want to express to you or show you. It started in his OT session. He imitated the word copy from his OT, and from there he's been imitating words with a direct model.
So I had him writing just something simple to start out, and I said, copy this sentence, and he did, and then we did another one, and I said, okay, Sean, copy. And then he looks at me and he says, copy, and said it super clear and super loud. And then he continued to say it the rest of the session, copy. I think it signifies that it's a stepping stone for him to move on and to start using language more functionally.
It came around right around Valentine's Day, and Sean's dad's birthday is Valentine's Day. So I thought it would be nice for him to say, I love you, because his parents have never heard him say I love you before. So I said I, Sean said I, and then I broke down the word l, v, and that's how Sean was able to say the word. So we got to send that to his dad on his birthday on Valentine's Day.
I love dad. Dada. I love good dad.
It was probably the best gift to hear your son after 17 years. My name is Carlin, and I'm Spectrum 360.
First thing we do in our process is try to learn as much about an individual as possible. We ask a bunch of questions, we ask the family, we ask friends, and then we try to find them a job that they like. Once we find that job, we support them on the job, give them the support, whether it's teaching them how to take the bus, set up natural supports, just to make the environment around them, as supportive as possible. How far he's came, he was very prompt dependent, like prompting to take up every single job task. And fast forward to now, you could say Brian is happy when it comes to work. As soon as he gets into working, he seemed to enjoy it. Always smiling, always laughing. I just think every adult should have the opportunity, if they want to work, give them a chance. Give them the same opportunity to be an adult, to be working, to be in society, to be independently of doing tasks. You might be surprised of what these guys can do. I love my job, man. I have the coolest job ever. It's just a feeling at the end of the day that you get, just a success. Getting someone from stage one of teaching them how to fill out the application to the end goal of having them be at work by themselves. That feeling is priceless. My name is Rossi, and I'm Spectrum 360.
Our program is all about the parallel line. So we run that life skill and pre-vocational training. A lot of other schools don't offer what we offer, and it doesn't give everybody the exposure to try new things. So in the beginning, Sal would sit by the door, and then as he started progressing and getting more comfortable, he moved closer to the bench. And then he moved closer and closer until he was on top of the bench. And then he would always stand up and want to look in the pot or smell. And he always wants to taste everything, which is great. He's one of those young guys that is kind of afraid sometimes of making a mistake. I tried to break him out of the mold, and I try to get him involved as much as I can.
He showed me the sauteing and sweating out the mushrooms.
What he's doing is that he's going home and talking about what we made in class, getting his family involved, talking about dinner and things like that. So he's opening his mind up to new foods and new traits, and he's also open now to maybe possibly getting a job.
It's the best thing in my life. I loved cooking. Cooking is my favorite thing in the world.
Food it's a passion. It's like art or making a movie or painting a picture. You put passion in it and your love, and it brings families together. I think if we sat around the table more and ate as a family, we'd have probably a lot less problems in our lives.
Culinary Academy is the best thing in the world.
I'm Chef Mike, and I'm Spectrum 360.
Hi, my name is Sam and I have autism. I have been here for 6 years, and in this time I have made friendships with my peers. I've learned about editing, working with digital cameras, audio, lighting. I've made not quite ready for cooking and science videos, and I've also made videos of how to pick up girls in Chinese. When Mr. D approached me about posing as Super Autism Man, I was concerned about looking foolish and announcing to the world that I have autism. But I realized I could put my money where my mouth is and raise awareness of autism acceptance. There were 6 of us, me and 5 staff members. We went around in the streets of New York asking people what they knew about autism. It was strange to ask people these questions. I was afraid I would get pepper sprayed. I've had a great relationship with the staff. They made me feel less timid about interviewing random people, but it is good to get out of your comfort zone and try things you're not used to or have new experiences. That's what life is all about, new experiences. Shazam! My name is Sam, Super Autism Man, and I am Spectrum 360. Shazam!
I've known Bert for about 9 years, first as a student. He was active and involved in my lessons. He was always participating. He was interested, he was engaged, he was definitely a model student. More recently, in the last 2 or 3 years, he has been working part-time at the school as an instructional aide and one-to-one aide. I think we helped Bert. I mean, we kind of took him into areas that are outside of his comfort zone. We fostered his independence, his sense of being a self-starter. We helped him with his writing and reading skills, which he is using right now in college. I've seen him using all these skills in his employment now at the school. It really makes me feel good about my job because our ultimate goal is for all our students to find a career that they can thrive in, that they find satisfaction with, that they can earn a living with. And I feel Bert is on that track. I couldn't have asked for more from Bert. My name is Kent and I am Spectrum 360.